just thought I'd record a quick big up to these beautiful twisties in Serbia on the way to Kosovo. It's GS territory, it really is, because I don't know if you can see the potholes from where you're sitting, but the quality of these roads are shocking. It's shockingly bad, but at the same time they've got just enough grip in just a few places that you can pick like a cheeky little line, and the corners are they're just sharp enough to make you to challenge you, but not enough that you sort of clench as you go around them. And we're basically following, I don't know if we're following the border or a train track or something that I can see, but you can see that there's these little holes that you need to sort of get around. And the thing with the GS is, because it's got dual sport tyres on it in these Anarchy 3s that I've got, which are coming to the end of their life now, I'll probably replace them with something a bit more off-road oriented, like the Pirelli Scorpion STR looks amazing, or some TKC 70s or maybe 80s, we'll see how much off-road I want to do. But yeah, the dual sport tyreness just allows you to comfortably go over those nasty potholes and cracks and bits of crap that you see on the road, because you just think, well, this is a GS, if I lose the back and just you know, skid into it, that's what this bike is for. So this is just such a great little road. I mean, look, you can just go over this stuff and yeah, just get around it, and yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. If you were on a Panigale right now, you'd be thinking, oh my god, I don't want to do it. And it's just, that's what I love about the GS. The GS has got that crazy Hulk dual personality where you can just be your, no offense, but middle-aged guy who, some of the guys on the forum, Jesus, I would never drink in a pub with them. They're just like so kind of, oh, just those kind of guys who just sit on their GS and just farkle it out and never put it through its paces. Yeah, just, you're not welcome here. You are not welcome. Just get on with your GS and just this Hulk mode that you can have the kind of just chill out on the road and just heated grips and nav and whatever, and then you've got off-road skills in Wales where you can just go mental. This bike is just great. This bike is such a peach. I love it to pieces. I guess I've never done the review really on my videos because I just don't feel like I need to. You know, you can read all the reviews of the GS and try and stay away from, like I say, some of those forum guys that are just tossers, and just go out and ride one. Don't do what I did and ride it back to back with an S1000XR, which is the same seat package and same kind of what you can do with it package, but the S1000XR is just so much more competent on the road and so much more fun. You literally you will just scream with laughter the entire time you're on it, and then you get on this and you think it's a little bit underwhelming. But the good thing about this bike is that you can just go mental off-road much easier. You can go mental with the S1000XR, but you've got the chain, you've got the different gearing, you've got a heavier clutch, whereas this is just like, wop, 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 have a good time. So that's my review of the GS LC. It goes like this. Woo! That is how it works. And getting some off-road tyres on this bad boy, going sideways and kicking up the mud. Happy, oh happy days. I'll tell you what, I'm incredibly lucky. Oh, I shouldn't say that really, should I? Because all these border crossings that I've been through, I've had no traffic on the way that I've been going, and every time I get out of a border crossing I always see hundreds of cars going the other way. So I hope that trend continues. But now I've said that, I bet you leaving Kosovo today to get back into Serbia is going to be crazy, but I hope not. Because I have to go back into Serbia very briefly and then out of Serbia again. I think all the Serbian border guards are probably looking at all the stamps thinking, what is this guy doing? He's just going in and out of the country all the time. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. Obviously, Serbia, Montenegro, Kosovo, Bosnia, they're not part of the European Union. So every time you go in and out of the country, you have to go through border crossings and customs and all stuff like that. So even though they're very close together and it's a straight road in between other European countries like Greece and Croatia, for example, you need to do the paperwork. I had to buy insurance at the border. It was €10. My European insurance isn't valid here because it's not part of the European Union, so just treat it as a €10 toll. Happy to pay it. Got my little bit of insurance for the day, which is fine. So yeah, we're in Kosovo, which is awesome. I didn't think I'd have another I don't know, I want to call it country, but I'm very, very, very embarrassed that because I wasn't going through this part of the world, I didn't do enough research. I know that there's been a very turbulent history in the region between Serbia and Kosovo and Bosnia, and obviously all the stuff that happened in the 90s in the war, but I'm not really an expert on what the fallout has been. Is it its own country? Is it one of those countries that is sort of self-proclaimed? Is it a municipality? Is it a republic? I don't know, and I'm very sorry about that. So that's something for me to research this evening. Right, I'm out of the town area. Oh, look at this beautiful bridge. I'm out of the town area now, and I'm into the more mountainous regions of Kosovo, heading northwest, I believe. Let's just check the old, yep, northwest, sort of westy region, to back towards Serbia. We're going to just obviously clip into that little bottom bit just before we go back into Montenegro, and it's so beautiful up here, so green, so lovely. Just like reminds me of Bulgaria and those beautiful hills up in Romania. It's just lovely here, really, really lovely. And reminds me a little bit of Cyprus as well, actually. There are parts of Cyprus up towards the Troodos Mountains which are very similar, not as green as this, of course, but very similar. And there's this lovely river, and it kind of opens out into more sort of open lakes down there, and I was hoping to find a little track so that I could go down and maybe have something to eat by the water. Must be a dam over there, because I'm really hungry. I've been on the bike since 10 and it's now 1:15. I haven't stopped at all, and I'm really thirsty and really hungry. My bum's really sore. First day that I'm really feeling the signs of fatigue of riding. Up till now I've been absolutely fine, but where I've been bashing out 7 hours yesterday and another 6 today, I'm starting to feel it on my bottom. So I really want to get off the bike and have a rest, actually. But it's lovely, really lovely here. So yeah, I wanted to show you up here because obviously, as before, I was like, if you want to know what Kosovo looks like, this is it. Well, it's only just one tiny part of it, so I want to show as much as I can. Oh, lovely little excuse to do this. Termitastic. Back into Serbia now. These are some of the greatest roads I've been on. Really, really cool, really beautiful. And this lake, we've just been following it the whole way, and you can just see the fishermen sitting there on the side, just having a chill. Little houseboats, little barges. Just a really quiet, peaceful part of the world. And you just think all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, and all the noise and all the things back home, wherever that is for me. And then just here, it's just a quiet part of the world where all you got to do is walk down to the lake, fish, and then all the farms that are around here, you can see cabbages, peppers, watermelons and things like that. People selling them by the side of the road. Just a really peaceful life. And it's just been great to ride through. Really lovely to ride through. I've really enjoyed it. Well, Montenegro's been interesting so far. I came in sort of mountain road, same as what it was before in Serbia and part of Kosovo. And then now the Garmin's taken me down this road, and it's going to be like this for the next 30 minutes according to the map. I'm not quite sure this is the normal way to go, but it's certainly a fun way, getting to see some of the lesser driven roads of Montenegro, I'm quite sure. But yeah, one thing I've noticed so far is the amount of rubbish that's around. You can't quite see it now because just not the part I was talking about, but the road in from the border, there was a good sort of 45 minutes where it's just like landfill sites, loads of them, like sort of 10, 20, 30 either side of the road, and a couple of them burning a lot of rubbish, and then other ones just left and just kind of just spilling over down the mountain and into the river. And it was really weird because I just kind of had this mental picture in my mind of Montenegro being this, you know, when you look at the picture, this beautiful picturesque sort of Casino Royale style place, as I'm sure there are parts of it, but I didn't think there'd be so much rubbish, because it really was just cascading down the hillside, and not just once, for a long time. And I actually read a blog very briefly when I was looking at entry requirements and border crossings into Montenegro yesterday afternoon, and I seem to recall some guy mentioning it, and I just thought it might have been him being a bit weird, but it's incredibly noticeable. There is no possible way you can ride or drive into Montenegro overland from Kosovo and not see it, because it's pretty crazy. But other than that, very beautiful countryside. I can imagine when it's all snow covered, it's very beautiful and a hot spot for skiers. I still haven't stopped. I haven't gone off the bike. I haven't got off the bike. I haven't stopped for petrol. I've been going straight since Nij. This morning since 10:30. It's now 20 past 3. Let's see how many miles I've done. 180 miles. And the mountain miles like this, they are tiresome. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm knackered. But according to the sage that is Garmin, it says I'm going to be there in 30 minutes. I'm just trying to think, can I be bothered to get off the bike and make a coffee and get all the stuff out of my bag and have this horrible muesli bar that I got from the petrol station yesterday, which is just pure sugar. It's the most disgusting, cloying thing you've ever eaten in your life. I don't really fancy it, but it is calories at the end of the day, and that's what I need right now. So I'm really looking forward to today. I posted up the previous video yesterday, and I've actually watched it twice myself, not because I'm narcissistic, but just because it's just been a very emotional week, and I feel like I was basically second guessing everything yesterday. Oh, have I done the right thing? Am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to be able to do the trip again? And is it a good idea? And the job, and back to London, all those things. But I've chewed on it. I've really chewed on it, and it was a very long video. I've chewed on it and I feel good, basically. The last video I said, oh, just a quick video for an update, and then when I uploaded it, it was bloody 25 minutes of me talking in my head. So I think some of you probably would have appreciated that, because you'd want to hear what's going on in my mind and needed a decent explanation, and other people probably would have switched off after 5 minutes. But yeah, I needed to kind of vent, and I needed to get it, I needed to articulate it, and now I feel like I've done that, and I've gone through the second guessing, and I feel a lot better. I think it's a genuine, when a good opportunity comes along, you need to make the mature decision to take it. Oh wow, look at that view. And I have done that for a long-term view, to put myself in a financial position and a headstrong position that I can create a bigger, better charity platform than I can today. And that is pretty much the bare bones of it. And I'm sure I'll travel to those countries in some way, shape or form with a bike. So that's that. So let's draw a line under that and not dwell on it. I'm happy with my decision, and I think happiness is certainly going to follow in the coming months and years, as we all need to do in our own lives. Whatever challenges you guys are going through, it's not easy. You know, life isn't easy for any of us. That's one thing I've learned in my mid-30s. Nobody gets a free pass unless you are born incredibly lucky into a very privileged family that allows you to do what you want when you want to do it. Life is, even for those people, life is tough. Things happen, illness, relationships, work, whatever it may be, and I've had my fair share of depression in my life, which I'm not ashamed to admit, and parts of it I've gone through with friends and family who've really helped me out, and other times I've had absolutely no one, and it's been just completely me on my own and having to deal with incredible heartache and you get through it. Oh, it's fantastic, look at that. You get through it, and opportunities will always come. I was speaking to a friend of mine, Arthur, if you're watching, I know you've had some troubles recently that, you know, are getting you down, and I can just say to you, my friend, that no matter what happens, things always change. Sometimes for the bad, but they can change for the good, and that hope is all you need to cling on to. I mean, look at me in my life in 6 days, how much it's changed. Opportunities come, and no matter how difficult it may seem, and no matter how sick you might get of hearing that, opportunities come. They can always come. Nobody, I don't think anybody can be in a position where they are completely helpless. There's always someone to talk to, and there is always something you can do. So yeah, I hope that you guys as well are having fun wherever you are, and if you've got problems or if you've got any issues, I hope you can work through them, and everything goes well. So today, heading down to the coast. These roads look very similar to what I rode in through from Kosovo, and if they're anything like those, they are going to be great. Beautiful little tunnels. Reminds me very much of Switzerland a little bit, and yeah, really excited to see these beautiful coastal cities of Montenegro that I've seen so many pictures of. Gonna have to get around these guys though at some point. And yeah, tunes today, some deep electro, which is good. Nice electro mix. I made when I used to live in Luxembourg, so I'm hearing that today. Big shout out to my mate Lars, who I'm really looking forward to staying with when I get further towards Belgium. I haven't seen him in ages. Big love to Jess, who's coming down to Croatia this weekend, and we're going to chill out and have a great time in Dubrovnik, which I'm really looking forward to, which is a beautiful, beautiful city. Just big love to everyone. Big love to everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's been with me on this journey so far, everyone that's commented, that shared a video. You guys are part of this trip, and you've made it awesome, and love you guys loads, and yeah, it's all good. This is just such a dirty move. What am I doing? What move am I doing? That was the sickest, most disgusting move I've ever done. I'm sorry. Please never ride like that. That was an example of what not to do. Public service announcement. Well, Montenegro, you have delivered. These roads are not the best for driving, but for beauty, my goodness, really, really stunning. I mean, it's just been the whole way down, just beautiful valleys and cliff faces, and that kind of river just snakes down just to the left of us, and then yeah, just cool tunnels, and just lovely, just really, really lovely. But yeah, a bit of traffic today, so I can't really open it up that much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Adriatic. Finally reached the coast. Feels so good. Not a very long ride today, but it's still pretty tiring actually with all the traffic. But yeah, that's awesome. Really, really beautiful. What a lovely coastline. That should be, let me just see, yeah, about 20 minutes out, so it's probably that further town just down there actually, near that rock, is probably where I'm staying. And just look at that, that looks gorgeous. I hope I have a chance to have a swim later. Not like Greece, where I kept saying it every day and never did. I shall make the effort. So back near the Mediterranean, where I belong. That's enough for today. I will chill out here tonight, see what it's like. If it's awesome, I'll stick around. If not, tomorrow, motor on up the coast and visit some more places. So take it easy. Ciao, ciao.